Actor Holt McCallany is with me. Ellis, of course, downtown in Dallas, where the Steelers will be taking on Green Bay in a few days. We're here talking about something a little bit different. Holt came to us by virtue of a PR. It's great having PR, right? I mean, how cool is that?
Yeah, you know, I'm just down here to promote the new television show,
Right.
Lights Out on FX. We think it's a great show. It got great reviews, and audiences really seem to like it. So
Yeah.
we're hoping people will tune in and give us a chance.
Yeah, we're glad he stopped by. And Holt, I have to tell you, I've read up on this, and I'm somewhat familiar with it, with some of the promotion out there. You're about 5, I guess, shows in already.
Yeah, 4 shows
it's,
available, yeah.
Okay, it's a cool drama. It's about a former boxer. All I need to know is that you lost his championship bout to a cat who went by the name of Death Row. When I hear Death Row, I get nervous. But tell us a little bit about what your story's about in the show.
Sure. Well, it's a family drama that's set in the world of boxing. A lot of the critics have very kindly compared us to The Sopranos, except in the world of boxing. We're a New Jersey family. I play a former heavyweight champion of the world who's been retired from boxing for 5 years, and I'm trying to support my wife and children. But I've been diagnosed with the early symptoms of pugilistic dementia, so I'm starting to lose my memory. But I've also made some bad investments. I got some money problems, and I got some problems with the IRS. So even though it's a risk, I decide that I need to come back, get back in the ring.
Lights Out on FX, and it goes down Tuesdays at 10 p.m. Here's Michael Strahan saying what's up. Yeah, well, look at this. Mike, Michael, how you doing? Thanks for stopping by. Huh, look at this.
Wow,
Michael Strahan.
just dropped by to tell me what a great show. Okay, so if Michael Strahan thinks it's a great show, then it must be a great show.
Nothing to say.
Tune in, watch the show. FX, Lights Out, every Tuesday.
Dude, he just walked up and interviewed.
How about that?
I mean, how about that, right?
Right?
We're telling a story, and he comes over to tell you how great your show is.
No, but it's very gratifying to get props like that. You
Yeah.
know, and one of the things that's been really nice about our show is that the athletes really seem to like it. The fighters really seem to like it. We had our premiere the other night in New York. We had Lennox Lewis, Vladimir Klitschko, Joe Frazier, Larry Holmes, Jerry Cooney, Iram Barkley, Mark Breland, John Duddy. A lot of great champions showed up to support our show, and they really liked the show. But you know, it's not just about boxing. As I said, it's really a family drama. It's about, you know, my relationship with my wife and my children, with my father, and about the struggles that an athlete goes through in the second act of his career.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. Now, Michael, now that he popped into the scene here, he's not really had those troubles. His career's gone to a different direction quite successfully. But you really put your finger on something there that I think will translate to a lot of people, and that is what happens when you get back to real life. And so it seems to me like your character is struggling with issues that, whether you have a boxing or sports background or not, a lot of people connect with.
Well, that's it. You know, these athletes, you know, spend their whole lives dedicated to one thing and trying to become really accomplished in a very specific area. And then once you reach a certain age, you have to move on. Finding something to move on to is often very, very difficult. And unfortunately, in the boxing world, we also see a situation where a lot of athletes, a lot of the guys that have made good money, end up broke for a variety of reasons. You know, the corruption in the sport, the way that fighters are often taken advantage of by promoters, by hangers-on, by, you know, and just maybe, you know, not managing their money as well as they should.
Sure.
And then at the, you know, they find themselves suddenly, you know, the career is over and the money is gone, and then what do you do?
Yeah, right.
And that's kind of the situation that my character is in.
Last minute or two with you, Lights Out on FX, and we're talking to the star. I want to ask you, Holt, about something that is a little bit beyond the show itself.
Sure.
You're here as part of promoting that, but also the media day and the media activities of Super Bowl. First of all, you look like you got some athlete in your background. Were you a boxer? I mean, you look like you could play the role pretty well, if I could say that.
Well, thank you. That's really nice of you. Yeah, you know, I have been boxing for many years. It's my favorite sport. I boxed in the amateurs. My little brother was a Golden Gloves champion, and I think that's part of why they chose me. You know, they were looking for an actor that they felt, you know, had the right credentials, could carry a show, but also had some boxing in his background.
What do you make of this scene over here?
You know what? I live in a world where reality television has not to worry, as the situation just walked by.
The situation just walked by
No,
from Jersey Shore.
you know, it's a tough. I live in a world where, you know, we go up against shows with names like Teen Mom and, you know, Pawn Shop Kings and stuff like that.
Yeah, right.
And you know, I got the best reviews of my career. You know, the show was universally acclaimed by all the critics. People are telling me that it's a shoe-in for Emmy nominations and Golden Globe nominations and everything else. And yet, you know, sometimes we get beat in the ratings by reality shows. And what can I tell you? All we can do is the best job, try to make the best show that we can, and what the viewers want to watch is up to them.
Yeah, you want to make sure you have no regrets. You throw it in 110%, and then where it goes, it goes. Man.
There you go.
All right, thanks so much. I enjoyed the time, man.
Thank you very much.
You
nice
got fired up,
you.
man, after Michael came by.
How about that?
All
Thank you, Michael.
All right.
Thank you for the shout out.
All right, best
Thanks
of luck.
for having me on.
You already signed our sports report. We'll talk to you, man.
All
Be safe. All right, you too. Take care.